Hey everyone, today we're going to look at how to set up WordPress. So we're going to go into WordPress and do a blog setup. So we're going to go through it step by step, show you how to use WordPress. If you're already familiar with WordPress, okay, this might be a refresher. I might add some things that you don't know about. But most of the time this is for newer people or people who are not sure some of the different things you can do with WordPress behind the scenes. So let's get started. If we look here, okay, this is a new website I set up, IncomeSmasher, for my videos and the website I set up for people to go to learn more about how to set up a blog to make money. But if you look here, when you go into WordPress, so when you first set up WordPress, which we have a video on showing you how to install WordPress on your server, then you should get a username and password, or you should have set up a username and password, and you'll get a link. And the link will be like whatever your domain name is, /wp-admin/index.php. So you go to your admin, WordPress admin, and this will show up once you enter your username and password. And it looks, if you've never been here before, it might look a little confusing. I don't really pay attention to anything on the dashboard here. This is not anything that you really need to look at. What you are going to be the main things, these are the things I do: posts, media pages. I turn off comments on mine. You might want comments, so you might want to do that. And then appearance and plugins. Some of the other things you'll use too, you will use settings. You may add users if you have somebody helping you with stuff, but it just depends on what you've got going on. So those are the main things. So let's go in and see one of the biggest things is going to be appearance, right? So this is where you're going to have your theme. Currently we put GeneratePress in there, and then 2019 is like a standard one they give you. I wouldn't have a ton of these themes in there, like 6 or 7, because you always have to go in and update them. So this one currently is telling me to update it now. So if I go in and I hit update, then it updates and everything's hunky-dory. There are a couple different themes that we suggest. WP Astra or Divi theme. They will be in the informational section, so you can go there and then there'll be a link there and you can go check those out. We also have videos on both of those themes that you can set up, but we're not going to set up a theme today, so we're not going to go into that. Then you'll have widgets, which controls your sidebar, menus, which controls your menus as far as what you see at the top of the page. So currently I just have home and sample page. So if we come up here and we put open link in new tab, so when you look at the open link in a new tab, this just shows what my website looks like now, which is hello world, which is your standard one that they give you, just some random blog post. And if you look, home and sample page, see, sample page is right there. Now home isn't there because I haven't put it in the menu section, but there's your sample page. So you can click on your sample page and see what it is, and it's a bunch of nothing, right? And then you can just click on IncomeSmasher, click on your logo, and it takes you back to the home page. So this over here is the section right here for widgets. Now it depends on your kind of theme you've got. Sometimes that's controlled within the theme, but widgets will take care of the sidebar. Okay? So there's my GeneratePress, which is the currently theme I'm using. You've got your menus and your widgets. Now when you do menus, you know, some people I think get a little confused with menus. It took me a little bit to figure it out, but you know, over here you got create menu, you got menu structure, and then you've got all your most recent pages. Then you can look at all your most recent posts. Then you can add a custom link. So if you want to put something in to a page and customize it, you can do that. And then you can sort things by category. I do categories sometimes. It just depends. Like if I want people to look up, like I have a self-defense website, and I want people to learn about MMA fighting or how to train in MMA. Well, they don't want to go to Kung Fu or karate. They want to go to MMA. So I have things listed by category, and they can hit the category and just read everything they want to about MMA. And that's how you separate things by category. So I do it. You might want to too. You just play around with this. But you can add pages, posts, custom links. You can add everything to your menu. It just depends on how you want to set it up. Make sure you set this up right. Menu is a key to have it easily navigated by people that come to visit. If it's super hard to navigate, they got to go 4 or 5 clicks to get to what they want, they'll be gone and they won't look at your website. Okay, then posts, pretty straightforward. You just go to post, you just hit add new, and then you can just add a new post. Website's taking a while. I guess my internet's slow. Block editor, that's the newer way. There used to be an old way to do things, and but I already know how to use block editor. So what you do is if you have somebody write your post for you and all your posts are ready to go and you've got it edited in Word, you can just copy it, come in here, right click, paste, and then just paste your whole thing here. Make sure all the formatting's right. Make sure you add your title. Over here you'll have your permalink. What this title will be your permalink. So you don't want it to be P equals 13. You want it to be IncomeSmasher.com. And like this one is WordPress blog setup. So my title would be WordPress blog setup. The best way to set up a WordPress blog, so whatever your title you can be. You have categories, so you want to put things in categories. You can add your new categories and then list things under different categories so people can find them easily. Tags, you want to tag your stuff. Put a featured image that shows up, and that's the basics for this one as far as adding a post. Okay, so when you come back, then the next one you've got is pages. So pages would be something that you had at the top, like contact us, about us, privacy policies, terms of service, legal, and those kinds of things that you need pages wise. I would put some of those like privacy policy and legal at the bottom, and then some of the other ones at the top of the screen, so up here. And then the other ones I'd put down here at the bottom. And then appearance, we just went over that, all those things, the menu, customizing your theme, making it look the way you want. Plugins, this is where you would put plugins. We have another video right after this that kind of goes through the plugins for you to kind of show you which plugins to get. Okay, so when you want to add a plugin, you can just come here, hit add new, and then plugins come up. Now, a lot of the time that you'll see a bunch of plugins, and people recommend a bunch, but you don't want to put a bunch of plugins, into your WordPress site because it slows your site down, and the slower your site is not good. So, like, you can come in and do Yoast. A lot of people put Yoast SEO in, and then what you do is you just hit the install now, and then activate. And I'll show this also in the plugins video and the ones you need to do. I just want to show you real quick. So there it is. It's activated. You can go and pull up YouTube videos on settings, what's the best way to set it. I don't do a lot with Yoast. I just use the basics of the plugin. I don't go in and do a lot of changes in the settings. the way they already have it set up really works well for most people on SEO. So you should be good. The only other thing is settings. And if you look at the settings, there's a couple of things you want to do. Change this, to whatever your tagline is for your website. Something like that. And then, here, what I want to do is I'll have to check, but I want this to be an SSL, so I want it to be secured, and so I will have to change this to HTTPS. Links, you want to make sure you do custom, or post name. So make sure you do post name. So you want your post to be HTTPS www.IncomeSmasher.com, and then your post name. So if my post name is WordPress blog setup, it would be WordPress-blog-setup. Then Google knows, hey, the title or my main keyword is in the title, and when people click on the link, they know what they're going to, because it kind of tells them, hey, this is a article on how to set up a blog in WordPress. So you set up that, then you go down and you hit Save Changes, and you're done. So this is really the basics of how to set up a WordPress site, how to go in and do posts, pages, the basics in appearance, the basics for a plugin, settings. So now you should be able to go in and easily set up your WordPress website once you have it downloaded to your server, our hosting provider. So if you can for me, please like and share this so other people can learn how to set up their WordPress site. Look for more videos coming out on, the next one should be plugins, which plugins to use and how to use them. And then there's a lot more videos on how to make money and how to set up your blog.